Hi there. In this video, I will summarize the quotient rule and solve some examples using that rule. So if we have a function that is equal to g over h, the derivative will be equal to the derivative of g multiplied by h minus g multiplied by the derivative of h over the square of h. So again, if we have a function that consists of g over h, the derivative will be equal to the derivative of the top multiplied by the bottom minus the top multiplied by the derivative of the bottom over the square of the bottom. So let's solve some examples applying the quotient rule. If we have a function that is equal to x squared minus x plus 5 over 3x minus 1. So the derivative y prime will be equal to the derivative of the top, which is 2x minus 1, multiplied by the bottom as it is 3x minus 1, minus the top function as it is x squared minus x plus 5, multiplied by the derivative of the bottom, which is 3, over the square of the bottom, which is 3x minus 1 square. This is the derivative of this function applying the quotient rule. Let's solve another example. So if we have a function that is equal to x power 5 over x minus 1, the derivative y prime will be equal to the derivative of the top, which is 5 multiplied by x to power 5 minus 1, multiplied by the bottom as it is x minus 1, minus the top function as it is x power 5, multiplied by the derivative of the bottom, which is 1, over the square of the bottom, x minus 1 square. So to simplify this, y prime will be equal to 5 multiplied by x, 5 minus 1 is 4, multiplied by x minus 1, minus 1 times x power 5 is x power 5, over the square x minus 1 square. This is the derivative of this function. Let's solve one more problem applying the quotient rule. So if we have a function that is equal to x cubed minus 5x squared over root x, before we start applying the derivative, I need to change this root x to power half. So root x, I can write it as x power half, and I will keep the top x cubed minus 5x squared as it is. So now I can apply the quotient rule. Y prime will be equal to the derivative of the top, which is 3x squared minus 5x squared, I can write it as 5 multiplied by 2 multiplied by x to power 2 minus 1, multiplied by the bottom x half, minus the top function as it is x cubed minus 5x squared, multiplied by the derivative of the bottom, which is half, multiplied by x, 1 over 2 minus 1, over the square of the bottom, which is x half square. So if I want to simplify this function, y prime will be equal to 3x squared minus 5 times 2 is 10, x power 2 minus 1 is 1, multiplied by x power half, which I can write it as root x, minus x cubed minus 5x squared 1/2 multiplied by x. 1 over 2 minus 1, I can write it as minus half. Over x, of course, the power 1 over 2 with a power 2, if you multiply that power, will be 1. And this is the derivative of this function. I am Hatem Omari. Thank you for watching my video about the quotient rule. In my next video, I will summarize the chain rule and solve some examples about this rule. Thank you.